Hi, I'm John Petrozelli, principal of Kolbe Academy. Welcome to our school. Our school is located on this beautiful 50-acre piece of property called Monocacy Manor, where we have beautiful trees, a creek that runs through the property, a community garden. It's a perfect pastoral setting for a recovery high school. Come on into the building and check out our school. We're now in the school building, and this is our nice reception area. It's our foyer, and two of the things that we love about this area, one are our statues that we have. One of the Blessed Mother that was here from the original school, St. Francis Academy, and our patron saint, St. Maximilian Kolbe. This was a statue that we had commissioned for the opening of this school. A very generous benefactor gave us the money to have our patron saint in the building. The other thing we love about our foyer is just the beautiful glass that we have in here. It's open up, it's sunny, it's bright, and it's such a nice welcoming area for all of our families and our friends and guests that come to the school. So come on into the building and see the rest of our school. The school colors for Kolbe Academy are purple and teal. Teal for our Blessed Mother, the blue. And purple because purple is the color of recovery. Purple is the color for students and people that are in recovery that have been addicted. And we were, we took a lot of time in trying to design the building, and what you'll see throughout the building very intentionally is this purple. It's the inside color of every wall in every classroom and office, and the ending of the hallways, because we wanted that subliminal message throughout to our students and to our families that we are a recovery high school. This is my office, the principal's office, the hub of activity for our school. For me, it's nice because I'm right next to the gym. You can come through. This is a great gym for us. Our students have access to it during the course of the day, during study halls. They can toss the football around, they can play a little basketball. We utilize the stage for some exercise activities. As we get bigger, this will be the spot for our masses, assemblies, graduation and baccalaureate mass will also be in here. So it's a terrific space for us to have right here in the building. This is our snack bar. We start off every day right here together as a community. We do morning prayer, we make announcements, we say something called the Kolbe Promise, which we'll tell you about in a little bit. But it's also a nice gathering space. Students can sit and relax in here. We have a TV for them to watch if they like. And at some point, as we get bigger, this we hope will become a real snack bar where they can come in, buy snacks in the morning, maybe grab a bagel or a donut, and then certainly have some snacks for after school for our after school activities. Welcome to our conference room. This is a great space for us to hold our board meetings, to hold parent-student conferences, also counseling meetings and admissions meetings. It's really a terrific place to come and entertain guests. And at some point, as we continue to get larger, this most likely will become a classroom as it was in the school previous to us. This is one of the favorite spots in the school for our students. This is the student meditation room. This is their space. When we were creating Kolbe Academy, we wanted to make sure we had a space where students could kind of just be and have a place all to their own where they could kind of come in, chill out if they needed to, pray, decompress a little bit. It's a space really reserved for them. Our staff doesn't typically come in here and hang out with the students. It's really geared toward the student, and it's a place that they have come to love and enjoy through the course of the school year. This is our school cafeteria. It's smaller, but it meets our needs. It's perfect for what we do every day. We all eat lunch together, both faculty and students. We have a full array. We have a cafeteria, microwave, hot dog roller, coffee machine, refrigerator, freezer, stove. The kids have full access to the things that they need for lunch. They put their lunches in the fridge and things like that. And it's just a nice space for us. Prior to us being in the building, this was St. Francis Girls Academy that opened up in the 1960s. It closed in the early 1980s, but this used to be the home ec suite for the girls. So this was actually where they did their cooking in home ec. So we're utilizing it now as our cafeteria. And over in the corner is a project that we're working on. This is going to be an affirmation board. Our students and our art teacher are working on this. It's a space where anybody in the community, whether it's a faculty member, a family member, a student, a visitor, can put an affirmation up on the wall about one of our community members. So we're looking forward to getting that done in the near future. So we're on the second floor now in one of our little student seating areas. And I have two philosophies about school buildings. One is that a school should not be a museum. It's okay to look lived in as long as it's cared for. So we want to make sure our students have full access to the building. They can go where they need to go. My second thought is that for most high school students, they're awake more hours in their school building than they are at home. So I want it to be a place that's comfortable, that they want to be at, that they feel like they can be at home but still learn. Thus the reason for some seating areas, the meditation room downstairs, and some other areas throughout the building. So let's take a look at the second floor. This is our media room. We have 16 computers from our great community partner, DeSales University, that helped us with technology. And this is the space that we use for our online learning component. We have an agreement with a company called Catholic Virtual that has several hundred online classes that students can take. We do all the major classes right here in the building with the exception of foreign language. So foreign language is one class that our students take online, and then we also have students taking some electives online. But math, religion, history, science, English are all taught by teachers right here within the building. It's also a little library area. All of our books have been donated by just different donors and friends of the school. We also have several of the more popular magazines for our students to come in. And we also have a big screen television here in the media room for both students and for faculty, for webinars, things like that. So it's really a great space for the entire community to use. Welcome to our chapel. This space has had an incredible makeover since we got into the building last year. It has been completely repainted, brand new rugs. We added the steps so that the altar will be higher, and when we add the tabernacle will be higher. One of our great diocesan seminarians, him and his dad, built the woodwork along the front. We added the drape, and we even have a second-class relic of St. Maximilian Kolbe that one of the priests of the diocese was so gracious to get for us from Rome. This space is really wonderful right now for us given our size. We hold Mass twice a month. We have different prayer services in this space as well. And as we get bigger, we'll move our Masses into the gym. And one of the things that we love about our chapel is the stained glass that we put in. This was an empty window that the school before us had some venting going out. We wanted to make it more of a sacred space, so we added the stained glass from one of our closed parishes here in the diocese and then had it put in. And great for us, it's our color purple from Kolbe Academy. We're now in Mrs. Hauk's room. Mrs. Hauk teaches religion and English, and she's also special ed certified. So if you have a student that has an IEP or a 504 plan, we're able to meet their needs and set up the criteria that we need to help them with their individualized learning plan. This is a great space again for our students, terrific view outside, but also Mrs. Hauk has designed her room with several different areas so that they can have team teaching. She also sets up a nice little area around her rocking chair. They utilize Chromebooks and the television quite frequently, using different games on the computer. So there's really a lot going on in this classroom. You're now in our science lab. This is Mrs. Miller's classroom, our dynamic science teacher. She teaches all of our science curriculum, from biology and chemistry to earth science, anatomy and physiology, and physics. And this has a lot going on in here that we're so proud of. We have our fish tank and our aquaponics project. We have a 3D printer that our students can use for a special grant that we received from PP&L. We have lots of plant life in here, and as we have grown, over this last year, we've added more and more science materials through various donations from our Amazon wish list and from great organizations like the Ancient Order of Hibernians. So it's a terrific science environment for our students. We are now in our Mars counseling room. One of the great things about our school and our program is that the group counseling and the individual counseling for drug and alcohol addiction happens right in the school building during the day. We have a great partnership with Mid-Atlantic Rehabilitation Services called Mars, and they provide us with a counselor every day to lead group counseling 3 days a week and individual counseling 2 days a week. So this is the Mars room. This is a space where it's a little more laid back for our students. Again, not a space that the Kolbe staff would come in, but a place where they can have their counseling sessions both one-on-one and with their peers, and at times, share what's bothering them, share what's helping them, but also be a support for one another. Welcome to our art room. This is one of our most popular afternoon activities. We currently do not have an art teacher. We will once we get bigger, but 3 days a month in the afternoon, we run an art class for our students, and they love it. As you can see from what's behind me, they've done watercolors and painting and some initial sculpting. The great thing about our art program is it's part of a program that we call Alternative Peer Groups, APGs for short. 3 days a week, we keep our students after school, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, from 3 to 5, in sober social groups. It's an opportunity for them to continue to stay in a sober environment while doing activities like art, like cooking, juggling, things like that, with other friends in a supportive, safe environment. Right now we're in Sister Bernard's room. Sister Bernard teaches all of our math. She teaches Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, Geometry, and we'll be adding a couple more classes next year as our students move on to the next grade. This is also my classroom. I teach history, and this year I'm teaching a government class. This space, again, wide open windows, lots of room for both student work and collaborative learning, but it can also be a one-on-one environment where the teacher and the student is together working on an assignment. Earlier in the tour, I mentioned something about the Kolbe Promise. The Kolbe Promise is something that we say each morning after a morning prayer. We say it as a community, both adults and students, and it was the first tradition of our school. When we were writing our student code of conduct, we decided to look at the writings of St. Maximilian Kolbe, and we pulled out the things that he wrote about, things like honesty and perseverance and courage, and we molded that into what is the Kolbe Promise. So every day, every board meeting, we say this as a commemoration of who we are as a school community. And as I said, it was the first tradition of our school. So that's our school. Thank you for coming today on our virtual tour. I hope you like what you saw. And certainly if you have more questions or you have more of an interest in Kolbe Academy and like to talk to us about possible enrollment or some other aspect of our school development or just finding more out, please let us know, give us a call or send us an email. But we're happy you could be with us today and really proud of the school that we have here, and we hope that you'll continue to check in with us.